On hearing the noise of a fight, Samuel Atwood came up to see what was the matter, and on entering the alley, heard the latter part of the combat. And when the boys who had been fighting had dispersed, he met the 10 or 12 soldiers who had been fighting with them, rushing down the alley toward the square, and asked if they intended to murder people. They answered, "Yes, we do," and struck and wounded Atwood. Immediately after, those heroes, the British officers, appeared in the square, asking where were the cowards. One of them advanced towards a youth who had a staff in his hand, but the young man, seeing a person near him with a drawn sword, held up his staff in defense, and they quietly passed by him up the little alley to King Street, where they attacked single and unarmed persons till they raised much clamor. 30 or 40 persons, mostly lads, being by this means gathered in King Street, Captain Preston, with a party of men with charged bayonets, came from the main guard to the commissioner's house, the soldiers pushing their bayonets, crying, "Make way!" They took place by the custom house, and continuing to push to drive the people off, pricked some in several places on which they were clamorous, and it is said, threw snowballs. On this the captain commanded them to fire, and more snowballs coming, he said, "Fire, be the consequences what it will." One soldier then fired, and a townsman with a cudgel struck him over the hands with such force that he dropped his firelock, and rushing forward aimed a blow at the captain's head, which grazed his hat and fell pretty heavy on his arm. However, the soldiers continued to fire successfully till 7 or 8 or so, and as some say, 11 guns were discharged. By this fatal maneuver, 3 men were laid dead on the spot, and 2 more struggling for life.